Get ready with me, featuring my missing teeth and why you should never get veneers. Yes, these are fake as well. I'm going to get new ones on Tuesday because these have lasted through surgery and that's why they're so gross, honestly. I got veneers in 2021 and they looked really good. I thought everything was fine and dandy. And then, a year goes by and my gums are really puffy and they're bleeding and I'm kind of like, what the heck? And I start to notice that I have a hole between my teeth, and I'll insert a photo here so you can see what I'm talking about. And I was like, okay, something's definitely wrong. And at the time I was living in LA, so I went to a dentist here and he's like, I think you might have a biological width violation. Now, unless you went to dental school, I'm sure you don't know what that is. So biological width is basically the space between your gums and your teeth. And it's very important that when they place veneers, they do not violate that and they make sure they leave enough space and that they do their margins correctly. So basically they describe this as if you put a fake nail too close to your cuticle, it'll get inflamed. Now, in order to get this fixed, I actually just had to get a crown lengthening surgery where they open your gums and they shave down bone so that they can make new margins and then they attach your gums back on. I'm making an entire YouTube video on this process. It's also going to be used in my lawsuit, but this is what it currently looks like. I just got my stitches out and this broke off during surgery, so everything just needs to be redone. I'm giving you guys the ultra spark notes version of this, but my whole entire purpose is that if you are going to get any cosmetic work done, whether it's your nose, your boobs, your BBL, your teeth, especially anything with your face, please go to a doctor that's good. And if you have nice teeth, but you're kind of just like, oh, I want maybe a little something extra, maybe make them a little whiter, a little bit more the same size, but there's nothing like super wrong with them, please do not get veneers. Most people I know who have veneers have issues, and I'm not saying that's for everybody, but that's why it is so important that if you are going to get work like that done, please go to a really good doctor. And if you cannot afford that doctor, do not get the procedure done. It cost me $30,000 to fix this. $0 was covered by dental insurance. This is about a 2-month process to actually heal and get everything back to normal. So, part of my job is to be in front of the camera. This is very inconvenient. Bottom line is, if you really want it, go to the best of the best. If you can't afford to go to the best of the best, don't get it done. And if you don't need it, don't get it done. I'm sure some people who have gotten it done had a good experience, and that's absolutely great. But what I'm saying is that this is irreversible. So once you get veneers, you can never not have veneers again. And there are so many infections and diseases that can happen with your gums when veneers are not done correctly, and all of that goes straight to your heart. So if I would have never gotten this fixed, I would have had severe bone loss. I already had infections that were spreading to other parts of my mouth that he ended up getting out, and I probably would be in the hospital with a very bad infection that would spread throughout your body. You can't just have these things. So make sure you go to people who are good, and make sure that you always check on your gums and your teeth. Stop following trends just to look perfect and look like a face app. No one really gives a fuck that much, and if you do, you're fucking weird, and you don't need to fall into all these different surgeries and all these different things to try to look more aesthetically pleasing when there's probably nothing wrong with you to begin with. And you want to be careful getting any cosmetic procedure done, because the amount of people that I've known that have gotten it done a second time for almost everything, yeah, that's expensive. It's normally more expensive the second time too. Just go to the right people and you'll have your teeth.